Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be dissertating and talking about having Virgo on the 5th house cusp in a natal chart. Now, as many of you may know, the 5th house governs romance, love, creative endeavors, hobbies, children, amusement, and speculation. Now, the sign on the cusp of the 5th house can give characteristics and attributes to that house. Also, if you have planets that inhabit the 5th house, this can flavor the house. And what else is important to look at as far as the 5th house goes? Look and see where the ruler of the 5th house is located, the planetary ruler, as this can show where the energy of the 5th house is injected into as far as that sector of life. Now, what's also significant is to look at your transits and progressions to the 5th house, as this could indicate greater activity in matters with the 5th house than otherwise indicated in the natal chart. So anyway, people, first thing with Virgo on the cusp of the 5th house, look at the romance thing. And in romance, this person may really be looking for very high criteria for their romantic partner to have. This person might have very picky specifications. Person may also be maybe a little bit judgmental or critical of this person, or prospective romantic partner, I should say. They may seek a partner that, or in romance, they may seek someone that is intellectual, analytical, somebody that they can perhaps play mental gymnastics with, so to speak. This could be somebody that is very punctilious with details as far as the romance goes in their life. And another thing to look at as far as children may go, well, the children, this person may, as far as same as a romance partner, they might be somewhat critical or judgmental of them. They might have very high standards for their child or children, if applicable, the person has them. This could be a person that really looks well over what the child is doing, maybe very scrutinizing of them, because they might want to see, they're maybe analyzing the positives and the negatives as well. Virgo is an analytical sign, and you could rest assured, I would say, at least most people that have this placement are really paying attention and being observant to the details as far as their children may go. These children themselves might be somewhat, one or more, maybe analytical, might have some strong intellectual ability, perhaps be very astute regarding health, diet, and fitness. As far as things for amusement and fun, this person may enjoy games that involve analysis, intellectual games. The analysis games, well, chess, like for example chess, Stratego, Mastermind, things that which require the analytical side to come out. This person, as far as their fun and amusement, with Virgo on the 5th house cusp, they may not be able to express that readily, because there may be more of a strong premeditative nature as far as things that are connected with fun and amusement goes. And the person has to remember that a lot of things that are connected with fun and amusement can be spontaneous, and people are extemporaneous this way. And if you plan everything out, then it can take the fun out of those supposedly fun experiences. Now, Virgo being it can be known as a frugal sign, and as far as things that are connected with any kind of amusement or fun and enjoyment, they may be somewhat thrifty and frugal regarding these things and not really want to spend that much on them. Now, also look at the 5th house is connected with speculation. Now, as far as things of a speculative nature, the nature may be such where they might really go through a lot of analysis and premeditation before perhaps investing in something, taking any kind of chance as far as their money goes. Now, with the sign Virgo on here, if something is invested, perhaps it may be something connected with health, diet, or fitness, something which really is connected with something for perhaps with nutrition. Some kind of company may be connected with that. And this person is obviously going to be very prudent and assiduous, I would say, in most cases, as far as any kind of investment, and if it's with stock, for example. Look at this too, and perhaps this person may enjoy the work element or aspect of their life with Virgo here. This could be a person, as far as hobbies go, may look at games that are intellectual hobbies and such. Well, hobbies, well, even something that might involve work, but something that is associated with details, such as, for example, detailing a vehicle, doing things that are really where the mind is strongly at work, and when it really involves something of a mental nature, such as maybe puzzle books, for example, things that require intellectual gymnastics, things such as trivia, things that are utilizing the mind. And these are things that this person may very strongly emphasize as far as their enjoyment goes and things that they like to do. So those are some things to consider with somebody as far as things of a fun nature with Virgo on the cusp of the 5th. And the thing as well is that people have to remember that as far as things of a creative nature, that they may have some creative ideas that maybe come into place at work, or things that involve staying healthy or fit, but because Virgo being an earth sign, it is premeditated, and things that are creative sometimes can come on a spark and very spontaneous, and this needs to be kept in mind, that perhaps, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being creative in as far as planning and really analyzing and thinking about what you're going to be doing as far as a creative endeavor goes, but that sometimes the mind just could work in maybe in some cases a little more freer if you're not necessarily planning things of a creative nature. Just kind of sometimes let the ideas maybe come to you as far as creativity goes, and not always have to really be going through a strong analysis over it, because that might take the fun out of it, I think. So anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for having Virgo on the cusp of the 5th house in the natal chart. And stay tuned next time, where I'll be dissertating and talking about having Libra on the cusp of the 5th house in the natal chart. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone, because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart, and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.